Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. We're going to begin today with looking at messages from the guides oracle cards. Let's see what messages we have for you today. I hope you are all doing amazing. And welcome back to my table if you are a returning visitor, and if you're new here, hi. So let's see what messages we have for you today. Up first, we have release toxic relationships. We have, this is interesting, accept struggles as lessons. And lastly, lead by example. Wow, 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 wow. So it's time for you, some of you to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. I feel like some of you are probably ready to walk away from that which no longer serves you, specifically relationships that are not healthy and are not there's this quote by Taylor Swift where she says, sometimes you just got to see things for what they are, and sometimes all a relationship has ever been is toxic, and it's okay to just walk away. You don't need an explanation. Just save your sanity and go. And so for some of you, that is what this is. It's time to release these toxic lessons, but for relationships. But more specifically, it may be that these relationships have already ended, but the lessons have not been accepted or seen. And so for some of you, it's about actually, maybe the relationship has physically already ended, separation, maybe, not speaking, no contact, whatever it is. But you haven't quite integrated the lessons. And so this is where we're at. This is about really learning to accept those struggles as lessons. And what are the lessons that you were meant to learn? Have you learned your lessons from those relationships? For most of us, we get the most growth, the greatest amount of growth through our relationships. And so, and unfortunately, toxic relationships are a big teacher. And so here's the thing. It's time for some of you to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. It's time to go, okay? And so lead by example. You have, I feel like, especially this is specifically for one of you. One of you is definitely a parent, mother, father, have children. You are in a relationship, a very toxic relationship, probably with a partner. It is time to show your children what it is to have a healthy relationship, to be in a respectful, loving, healthy relationship. And it's time to lead by example and to perhaps leave and to maybe show them, teach them those lessons. Okay, this is important. Sometimes lessons we have to struggle to learn, and not everything is going to be just handed to you. Here's the lesson. Here's the lesson. Those struggles are what define us. Okay, and and make us and break us. And and when we get broken, stitching ourselves back together is how we learn. Okay, and so that's what this is. Some of you are going to be leading by example. It's time for you to release these relationships and show your children that it's okay to learn and grow, as long as we don't stay somewhere where we are not wanted, respected, loved, or safe. Okay, so let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot and see what messages we have for today. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, what messages do we have for whoever is watching? What do they most need to know for their daily tarot reading? All right. Oh, okay, just flying out of my hands. First, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is in the past. That Sagittarius and Pisces showing up next with the Seven of Swords. Okay, so you got two cards here, so we're going to go ahead and drop down the next line. Next up, we have the Six of Wands. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles in the present. We have the Moon in reverse. There is Pisces and Cancer. I always forget which one this is. This is Pisces. No, Cancer. Cancer. This is Cancer. I always get confused on tarot, which one's which. Next up is the Seven of Cups. Okay, yeah, it's time for you to start making better choices for yourself. Right. Justice. Libra is showing up in reverse. Moving forward. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. And lastly, we got a bonus card here. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords is in reverse. And then underneath, excuse me, my dogs are going to bark at the trash man. Just give me 1 second. Okay, he did a great job. That garbage man did not fight us at all. Oh, Speaking of puppies, say hello to Clarabelle, everybody. Okay, so going forward, the underlying cards, I went ahead and pulled those. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands, the Four of Swords, there's we go, the Three of Cups, exactly. Ten of Pentacles, there's that exactly what we were just talking about, and Strength. So like I said, there is very specifically one of you who is watching this who is trying to build up the courage, the strength to do what is right for your family, do what is right for you, maybe even do what is right for your children, and maybe, you know, get up and go. For one of you, there's just this energy. Perhaps you're asking your friends for help, or being supported by your friends and family, as you gather the courage to leave. Okay, because this has definitely not been a healthy situation for you. Okay, this has definitely not been healthy for you. That Four of Swords is in reverse, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels like, you know, you're starting to realize some of the choices you made, the paths that you were taking, the paths that you wanted to take and the direction that you wanted to go, it hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to. And it's time for you maybe to, specifically relationships, okay? It feels like there are relationships that you are realizing that are just not nurturing and are not, you know, watering your garden, so to speak. But there is just this energy of these relationships not being healthy. Okay, these are very toxic relationships, like we said here before. And so it's time for you to lead by example. It's time for you to make the choice to, you know, find that strength to see that these were lessons that you needed to learn. What were the lessons that you needed to learn? And maybe it's time to move on out. A toxic relationship, this could be a partner, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, it could be a job. It could be even, you know, we have relationships with the cities we lived in. I once upon a time lived in a city that got very dangerous, and I had to accept, as much as I loved it, it was dangerous and it was time to go. So that's kind of the thing. What is the toxic relationship that it's time to release? It could also be a toxic relationship that you're having with yourself, whether it's an addiction of some sort or, you know, just the way we treat ourselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say about that. So coming into the past, we begin with the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius and Pisces, Seven of Swords, and the Six of Wands. And so, you know, you came into whatever this relationship with, it feels like a little bit of blinders on. It feels like in the beginning, you really, like I said, whatever this toxic relationship is, I'm not sure who or what or where this is with, but you came into it with high hopes. Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. You definitely thought, oh, this is going to work this time, or this relationship is healthy, or it could even be, I'm not entirely sure if this is somebody you grew up with. I don't get the energy. It could be a family member. It's possibly a family member, but I don't quite get the full energy of it being a family member. I get the energy, this is somebody that you chose, a friend, a family, a co-worker, a job, something like that, living in a place. There's some type of relationship you have with someone or something that I feel like you chose, although could be for some of you, your family, possibly. But regardless, you came into this energy with high hopes, okay? Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands. But it also feels very much like you had some kind of blinders on. It's almost like you didn't want to see the truth. You were just kind of being very Pollyanna, okay? And just, you know, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So here we are. And now you're reaping what you sow, and you're not sure if it's what you want. Okay, the Seven of Cups, and so you have choices to make now. You're trying to decide. The Moon here, there's Cancer and Pisces, showing up. Actually, it's all the water signs. It's also Scorpio, but there's just this energy. Let's go ahead and clarify. The Moon. Oh my goodness, bunch of cards came flying out. We got exactly. For some of you, you are definitely thinking about leaving a relationship, possibly even considering a divorce. This is what I call the divorce card. King of Cups, right? There's one of you is definitely thinking about leaving a partner, your husband or boyfriend or someone, and you're definitely thinking about, because you've had enough. You have had enough. So that's kind of what's happened here. The Ten of Wands, the King of Cups reverse, the Four of Wands reverse. There is just this energy like this is not working anymore. This is not, it turns out this is not the man of your dreams, the woman of your dreams, the person of your dreams. It feels like this relationship, whether it's a friend, family, or a lover, coworker, whoever, this is just not working out. It ain't working out for you. And so it's time for you to pull the weeds from the garden. It's time for you to kind of be honest and to speak up and to look at your choices. Really, you know, Is this the only choice you have? Okay, let me ask a question about the Seven of Cups. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Woo! Okay, it went flying over my shoulder. My goodness. We have the Eight of Swords is in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. There's Taurus, and Hermit. Here's Hermit showing up with some wisdom, some much needed wisdom. There's Virgo. And so, yeah, it's time for you to really be kind of self-reflective and to look at these choices. Are the choices you're making right now, is it worth staying with this person? Okay, hang on, what card am I looking at? Here we go. This is where you're at right now. Okay, you've kind of got you're choosing to stay in a relationship that's toxic. That is a choice you're making, but you can also choose to leave, and it's okay to sometimes go out on your own and do things on your own. But these two cards right here, the Hierophant and the Hermit, this is about wisdom. This is about kind of delayed wisdom. Maybe it's been kind of well, I was just about to say, it feels like maybe it's been a hard fought lesson, and in some ways it has been. This feels like you have definitely had some struggles that are hard fought lessons, but regardless, these lessons are in fact learned or are being learned right now, and it is time for you to make different choices that feel more proactive, more healthy, more and like I said, lead by example. You know, this is just this opportunity for you to make better choices. Okay, that's what's on the table. So moving forward, we have Justice. Libra is in reverse. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. Knight of Cups, and then here we go with that Ten of Swords. I do want to point out, you've had the Ten of Swords, you had the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, and this. Oh, these are all the cards of leaving. Okay, or not even leaving. That would also be the Eight of Cups as well, but and the Six of Wands as well, actually. But these are all cards of it's over, not leaving. It's over. That's what I meant to say. It's over. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, and what did I say? Oh, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. These are all, this is over. You're finally ready to get out of your own way. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to stop procrastinating, stop making excuses, stop finding excuses, and start finding a way. Okay, and that's where you're at. It is time. You are just ready to let this go, for it to be over. You are ready to kind of move forward, especially for some of you. You're ready to give your heart to someone else. That doesn't mean that there's somebody already on the horizon. I'm just saying you're ready to take your heart from this relationship that you're in and remove it. Okay, like I'm done. I'm ready to take my ball and leave the playground. Because at the end of the day, this is very interesting. You see Justice is in reverse. You see those two columns on either side. This is Libra. Libra, interestingly enough, of all the signs, it's the sign of, mostly the sign of being a flirt and loving and relationships and being compatible. And so as you see, it's in reverse. And so first of all, the relationship is incompatible, but you see these two columns here. This is kind of like the number 11. And so the number 11 is like you and someone else looking at each other, okay? And as you see now, it's in reverse. And so it's like this relationship is no longer balanced. We're no longer compatible. There's just this incompatibility. And it's time to pick a different path forward. It's like I just don't see this. I just don't see the energy here anymore. It's like I'm not, honestly, there's just this energy of you not pouring into this anymore, saying I don't want this anymore. I want to go where I feel loved. I want to go where I feel seen, respected, heard, and where it's just, we're not, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the other person is toxic. You could be toxic as well. Both of you could be treating each other toxically. It doesn't mean that either one of you is a bad person. It's just sometimes relationships are just, that is just what it is. And it's okay just to say it and let it go. So for some of you, it is time to speak up, to speak the truth, to release toxic relationships. And honestly, I definitely think for one of you for sure, this is time for you to do what's best for your family, especially for your children, to lead by example, to find the courage to stand up and go. Let me get a timing. Oh, no, wait. I got a timing card right here in the middle. I forgot. The timing card is the moon. So we're talking about Pisces and Cancer season both. And so we are in, if you're watching this as it is the day it's released, which is in late March 2024, this is the Pisces season is where we're at now. So this is going forward into Cancer season as well. So it feels like the choices that you make today are going to be kind of a ripple wave effect, tide effect there, if you will, that's going to play through Cancer season. Cancer season goes from June, like the end of June till the end of July. So we are probably about the next 3 months or so, 90 days to 3 months or so, you're going to be kind of working out the details here. Or for some of you, it may be that you're finally starting to accept that it is time maybe to go, and that it's time to figure out how to lead by example, to leave, but you've got to work up a game plan. So it may take up through Cancer season for that to actually be able to finalize and formulate. Okay? All right. I hope that you found this helpful. I'm so glad that you were here with me today. If you did, please give me a like, comment, or share this with someone who might find it useful. And I hope to see you again. Until I do, you take care of yourself. Love you so much. Bye.